Prepare for another chill review.
Hello everyone, T-Man978 reviewing Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Protectobot Rook. It's getting harder and harder to announce these guys in one breath.
If you need rescue deep behind enemy lines or deep beneath battlefield rubble, Rook can get it done. His Durabilium super alloy armor can withstand punishing blast and hold up under crushing weight, and his vast technical knowledge can get him out of any jam.
And I'm going to say something a little bit later about the way this guy is built and how I think he would handle a fight and whatnot. I read this after saying that, so I didn't cheat. Here is his comic artwork. It's alright. Here's the back, and here's this if you want to read it. Of course, you can pause and read it at your leisure. And I'm also going to give you the stuff over here. And here's the inside. Finished product. Here is the gray clay model and whatnot. This stuff over here, the facial design, the color work, and that's about that. Anyway, here's Rook in his vehicle mode. He rolls very well. Only problem is these wheels don't stay flush to the ground. So mainly only these back two roll, while the front one just sits up like doing a wheelie. I mean, if you press down, you'll see all of them roll, but pretty much that's not rolling. And I don't normally start these reviews off in vehicle mode, but since these two fellers are in vehicle mode, let's get that comparison out of the way. I mean, I guess he's about right compared to him, but yeah. Groove, even though they shrank him, still needs to be a little bit tinier, like maybe about that big. So he's still oversized. So yeah, there's that. Rook. And I know that I'm late to the game, but I'm just finding these guys. Rook is the best Combiner Wars Deluxe class mode to me, in my opinion. Look at these details right here. Look at the gas tanks, police, SWAT. Here's some details up here. A nice old school Autobot logo right there with a silver trim. Police, SWAT with a little tank top right there. And it looks well. It looks great. Why I feel like he's the best, I mean, his vehicle mode is like just perfect for this line because this is completely designed with this vehicle mode in mind. I mean, this is the only combiner port or combiner hand foot that actually looks very well with the vehicle mode. And don't say Sunstreaker looks good with this thing on there, or it's designed for him in mind, because we all know that looks ugly. Sunstreaker's ugly with that on there. Sunstreaker just sucks. But anyway, you've seen all these details. You've seen this right here. Let me go just do a little montage of things. You could do that. You could do this. Plug it here. Go ahead and bend this forward. Plug this here. And now he has missiles on the front. Run and transform into the limb. This isn't the actual instruction manual mode for this. But if you put it on like this, the toe can actually rock back and forward due to the joints right there. But when you do it the correct way, by pushing these back, lifting this up, and move this head out the way, and clamping this back up here, which sits awesomely flush and exposes these missiles right there. I mean, you could just leave that there, and that's an option right there for vehicle mode. But anyway, you put the foot in here, and here's how they actually want it. Of course, you have to put this combiner part up. And blah. The head isn't attached to the other end right here, which is nice. I know we had that with drag strip. But, and of course we got that with some of the Stunticon molds. But this is just perfect for this. And to just complete things off as far as the arm mode, unhinge the legs, much like Sunstreaker. And what the heck, why is this giving me trouble? And yes, these wheels pop off very easy since they're no longer pinned. But anyway, it just locks into place. And now, boom, bring this out. We have his arm. Which is a nice good arm. With him back in vehicle mode, I forgot to show some other options with this little gun device thingy. Put it back there, put up the front like this. You have it sticking up like this, like maybe it's some type of antenna. Put that up there, antenna with the missile thing up here. Or if you want, you could transform this like this. And there's actually a little port in the palm, and he has missiles and an antenna on top of that. But there's that. Transformation. Take these parts off. It's fairly simple. Lift this up, or actually move these feet up here. Make it a little bit easier to grab this and lift this out of the way. And why I couldn't get these legs up is because you got to actually lift these up, and then you can get the legs out easier. But anyways, swing these around like that. And go ahead and spin them in this orientation. Unpeg these, bring these out to here, bring these out to here. They slot in between that little piece of thin plastic. Bring the head up, turn it around, and go ahead and accordion this onto his back, and boom, you have Rook. And I love him. I think he is the best robot mode out of them all so far. The Prowl mode, the Prowl, Dead End, Breakneck, I almost forgot his name. That mode is good, but I think I like this one the best. He even has freaking ankle pivot, or just toe articulation period, because you can go back like that, and you can even lean forward. And even though he transforms like Sunstreaker or Breakdown, the legs are way, like 100 times better. I mean, they actually have length to the thighs. And his face, let me do a close-up on the face. Blah, blah, blah. He's supposed to look like a chess piece, a rook, blah, 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 blah. He has that nose guard and whatnot. And this excellent helmet right here. Here's the side of it. And here's the back. You see the top of his head right there. Well, yeah, he looks good. Here's his fist with the little hole that could be an optional cannon. And of course, what you can do with that, since he doesn't have an actual 5mm peg, you put it right here in this part of his hand. And now he can zap people to death. Zap them or stab them. And here's a good opportunity to get a good close-up on the details of this weapon. And of course, what you can do with this hand is give him a big mega fist over here. So now we can just punch combiners in their face with this big mega fist. And of course, what goes good with him is the details from vehicle mode transport over, or transfer over, I should say, into his robot mode, which is cool. I like his back, even though he's just, it's like he's wearing a shield on his back. So it doesn't bother me as much as the back kibble on some of the other ones. He just looks like a big, hulking, tanky, beefy robot that could just kill everything on the battlefield. And just, he's just protected from all angles, because if something's, I just imagine if something shot him in the back, it just would just deflect off. He wouldn't even feel it. See some bombs coming, pow, 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 He takes it, turns around, and shoots fools. He's this tall next to some other deluxe class figures, and his weapons store well on his shoulders, and you can actually put this one on his back, and it doesn't make him top heavy, and he has awesome feet. Articulation besides the feet, the head can turn around 360, look up, very minimal, look down, very minimal. The shoulders have a joint that make them go back like this. They go like that on the ball joint, and of course you could just swivel it all around. Bicep swivel. Elbow bends a tad bit more than 90 degrees. No wrist. Waist articulation bends here, and it doesn't look bad as some of the aerial bots. Ball jointed hip, which this one is kind of loose. I'll have to do floor polish on that. Twist this. Knee bends 90 degrees, and already did the foot or ankle pivot and tilt forward and back. And basically, outside of this big hole in this fist and these gaping holes, I am extremely satisfied with this guy. I mean, I knew I would like him looking at pictures and some of the other reviews, but I'm just shocked at how much I like him. And I honestly can't wait to get the Hound remote out of him. But anyway, I sincerely suggest you get this vehicle mode, even if you don't want any of the other Protectobots, because he looks very good, very awesome. And he's just really fun. I've been having fun with this thing. As far as the other Protectobots, don't expect another review for me until like maybe next weekend. Unless something happens or changes and you just notice me upload them. But that review won't be until next weekend. So anyway, if you like this review, give me a like. If you want me to get more subscribers, give me a share. Comment, subscribe. T-Man978 out of here.